Tuesday mornings dawn with a sense of anticipation and joy for a bunch of people with diverse abilities on the Sunshine Coast. Arriving at Museday Theatre there is a heartwarming and authentic connection in these relationships, and every picture tells a big story. Well, here we are at the theatre. It's Tuesday morning, and pretty soon there's going to be mass hysteria, or maybe excitement at least, here when the gang arrive and get to rehearse in the theatre. And it's such a buzz to come into this space and see what happens for people.
What's your favourite day of the week? Tuesday!
We have a few little rules, like no stage hogging, no stage diving, no pulling shirts up. Every week we get together and workshop a whole lot of drama games, music, lots of fun, lots of interaction. There's a lot of great communication that happens. There's a lot of interaction between people. There's a lot of forming of relationships, trust. People experience a level of relationship in this setting that they ordinarily wouldn't get because they just are isolated. And coming together here every week brings a sense of belonging. This is not about an individual person's journey, it's about this group and what being part of a group does for people. It's about being part of a team, part of a theatre company.
Every single person has a role.
I think it's easy for people that are possibly more physically or verbally capable to take a lead and be mentors for each other, and that's what I like to try and encourage rather than somebody being a star. Everybody's a star, everybody. Museday Theatre started in 2010 and here we are 5 years later. People learn about patience, compassion, humility, consideration of others, having to remember details, having an expectation of them that they rise to every time and more. And all the work that we do leading up to these shows really adds to those life skills, and those things can be carried over into everyday life. Having to wait, having to move fast, having to anticipate a change, having to stop, start, remember a sequence, having to deal with sensory overload, having to have appropriate behaviour and consider others, having to be aware of self, mood, impact of behaviour on others, both positive and negative, and the consequences of your personal actions. We're not babysitting, we're not pretending, it's all real, we have an expectation and it works.
Can you switch on your timing ears?
Yep.
We've fallen into a tradition of putting on a yearly show. We all agree on what needs to happen. We sit down and talk about it and have meetings and document all of our ideas.
It's a pretty cool script. I must say we're quite funny, I think. Do you think we're funny, Marty?
I think so.
You do?
I think people are delighted by what happens. Some people are shocked. Some people are, I would say, delightfully confronted. There's such a buzz that comes from singing and dancing for anyone, but for our participants they're particularly uninhibited about expressing their joy, and when they all get together and do it in a big group, it's really exciting. I have a son with autism and I wanted to